So since your boy's really been loving Modern Combat Blackout for the Switch, and you guys have been loving it, leaving me crazy feedback in the comment section, so real quick shout out to the homie dude. He's been really leaving a lot of crazy feedback, man. It's been really good just to see that in the comment section. And either Jesus or Jesus Martin, but we just gonna call you Jesus. So you guys been doing crazy, man, and if you guys have not subscribed and joined the Switch fam yet, subscribe and leave your comments down below so we can always chop it up, play some games, anything of that nature. But without further ado, let's actually get into some of my favorite class setups, and let's actually look into the KR15 in Modern Combat Blackout.
You know how much I love that Nintendo Switch!
What's going on, Switch fam? It is your boy QKG, and welcome to another Modern Combat Blackout video. And today we're going to be looking at the KR15, which is literally probably my favorite weapon out of the entire game at the moment. And it is in the sapper class, which means you will not get a secondary weapon, but instead you will either have the choice to put down certain turrets, put down a secret drone, or put down that stupid shoulder gun. Either which way, you have a way to customize your class to your liking, but you will only mainly be having a primary weapon. So I'll show you some of the specs on the class setup that I like to use. I love to put on a short muzzle, put on a nice foregrip on this weapon and get a decent sight on there. So with the specs that I have a 16 out of the damage when it comes to 0 to 12 meters, and then when it gets to 12 to 35 it starts to drop off slowly into 14 damage, and then going anywhere forward after 35 meters is a flat 14 damage. So the weapon is pretty powerful. It's not one of those really weak weapons. And then with the fire rate being 660, it makes it to where it is a complete monster. And then also with the accuracy being 48%, with a lot of some weapons having like maybe 50, you kind of notice that it's a really big jump when you have 50 or like kind of high 40 accuracy compared to the 30s. So I like to use the high powered armor core just because it will raise your damage by 6%, so it will definitely come in handy just in case you're going over a weapon that may be a little bit more powerful than you and you're a little bit more accurate. It will actually benefit you more. And also I like using the hair trigger mod, which increases the fire rate of your weapon by 10%, mainly just because I love fast firing weapons, and to put it on this weapon, even though it's not a drastic difference, I can notice it somewhat, so it's a definitely useful mod on this weapon. I like to use a secret drone with this class. I kind of typically want to stay away from the shoulder weapons just because I think it's kind of cheap and definitely needs a nerf at some point, but I do love the secret drone just to be able to throw that sucker in the air. It's literally the same when you get in a kill streak, except you drives on units. But it seems like the secret drone, there are times where it takes a little bit long to lock on to certain targets, so there are times I might have to throw it around the corner, run around, and it gives me enough time to shoot the person just in case if they're distracted by that secret drone. And honestly, when it comes to your grenades, usually you can pick your grenade of choice. I usually typically stick with a frag grenade, mainly because the radius on it is about 7 meters, which is literally the most along with the chaff grenade, but does a pretty good amount of damage, so I typically stay with my frag grenades. So on the weapon itself, I can't lie, it's a pretty fire weapon. There have been some weapons that I've run into that are some freaking duds, but this weapon is definitely one of the ones in the sapper class that is definitely worth using, definitely worth putting time into. And it actually has a sexy reload animation, even though all of them, especially with the rifles, are kind of the same. This one's pretty nice, even though it just adds just a little bit of spice at the end of it. But for the most part, it is a weapon that I definitely enjoy, and it's a weapon that you should try out just in case if you're having a little bit of issues or you're trying to experiment within the sapper class. So that would have to do it all for this weapon right here. If you guys want to see any other type of quick reviews or kind of class details on these weapons, because I like to get experimental with these, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll even get you the video, showcase your comment, give you a quick shout out, and dedicate the video out to you. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into this video, and as always, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe today to join the Switch fam and join my squad, which will be Switch fam QKG on Modern Combat Blackout. Alright guys, this is your boy QKG. Peace out.